your news bulletin from Power 102 Digital.
It is Tuesday, 18th June 2024. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. This is news to 6 a.m. on News Power Digital. After weeks of intense campaigning, the PNM and UNC both scored clear victories in two local government by-elections held yesterday, June 17th, which saw a higher voter turnout in the districts compared to the 2023 polls. The PNM had a clear victory in Lengua Indian Walk, with its candidate, Otley Ganthum, defeating the UNC's candidate, Nicole Gopal, 2,083 votes to 1,336 votes. There was no official information on the number of votes received by Peter Morales, who contested this by-election as an independent candidate. Sources say Morales only received one vote. In Kinamon Diablo, the UNC's Sarah Sugdio prevailed over the PNM's Anderson Nanan, 2,239 votes to 971 votes. The total number of eligible voters in both by-elections is 16,834. Lengua Indian Walk has 8,465 eligible voters, and Kinamon Diablo, 8,369 eligible voters. A three-judge panel at the appeal court has reserved its ruling in a legal challenge by Auditor General Jaiwanti Ramdas. The appeal has to do with the decision of a High Court judge on June 3rd not to grant her permission to file a claim for judicial review against the appointment of an investigative team to probe the $2.6 billion understatement in her report in the 2023 public financial accounts. Reserving their ruling yesterday, the Hall of Justice in Port of Spain with Justices Mark Mohammed, Peter Rajkumar, and James Abood. Her Excellency President Christine Kangaloo said the title of Senior Counsel, SC, carried with it tremendous responsibility. She called on the 13 attorneys conferred with the title yesterday, Monday, to be leaders and mentors in the profession. Speaking at President's House in St. Anne's, she said the award of silk was a professional honor. She said, like so many other professions, the sustainability and advancement of the legal profession depended on the leadership, mentorship, and apprenticeship that are offered and provided by those whose induction into the ranks of leadership we've witnessed today. Those who received silk included Chief Public Defender Haseen Sheikh, WASA Chairman Ravindra Nanga, High Court and Human Rights Advocate Gregory Delzin, TNT Intellectual Property Office Controller Reagan Asghar Ali, former Attorney General Faris Sarari, Port of Spain South MP Keith Scotland, commercial and personal injury litigation lawyer Michael Simon de Labastide, private prosecutorial attorney Elaine Victoria Green, criminal law, civil litigation and constitutional lawyer Lee Merrick, commercial litigator Mark James Morgan, advocate attorney Winston Senath, former AG Isidore Anthony Smart, and family law advocate Annabelle Ramona Suklal. 3 additional awards will be made later to the Energy Minister Stuart Young, Justin Phelps, and Justin Dunerine, who were all out of the country at the time of the ceremony yesterday. In Tobago, Chief Secretary and Finance and Trade and Economy Secretary Fali Augustine will present his final budget for the draft estimates of revenue and expenditure of the Tobago House of Assembly for the financial year 2024-2025. A new finance secretary will be announced on July 1st, 2 weeks ago. Augustine told the media the budget prioritized investing in the island's human capital, focusing on education, training, and workforce development. Restructuring at the Water and Sewage Authority is not sending workers home and putting job security in jeopardy. However, it's about providing water for communities at regular basis, some of which have been neglected for years for this commodity. The Assurance and Public Utilities Minister Marvin Gonzalez during an interview with the Corporate Communications Department at the WASA. The inflation rate in the country was at 0.9% for the month of May. It was an increase of 0.5%, which was recorded in April. This is the latest update coming from the Central Statistical Office, CSO. The CSO provided the information as it released the Consumer Price Index for the month of May 2024. And finally, witnesses say 4 people, including a pregnant woman, were killed after a vehicle tried to avoid a convoy carrying the body of the late Malawi Vice President Saulo Chilima, which hit mourners. 12 other people were injured in the incident on Sunday night and were being treated at hospital. It followed clashes between local people, the police and soldiers, escorting the late vice president's funeral convoy from the capital, Lewongi, to his home village for burial. And that is news to 6 a.m. right here on News Power Digital. We'll have major news coming your way at 7 a.m. Good morning.
Up to date and credible. Power 102 Digital.
Neighbors, it is 7 minutes after the hour of 6 o'clock on this, the 18th day of June. Second half of June, look at that already. So good morning to you. Of course, on the show this morning, we just heard from Dr. Paul Richards. We'll hear from Richard Ragoobarsingh. We got Ruben and Shane in the background. My name is Steve Khan. 25 degrees at Piarco and at Crown Point. And quickly, traffic, nothing really to tell you about. Little volume by Chase Village and passing by Monroe Road, by Trinidad City, and from the interchange heading to Barataria. Just some volume heavier as you approach Swim Call. All right. So good morning to Pablo.
Good morning, Steve. Good morning, everyone.
Morning, buddy. What's happening? What's happening?
Well, a lot has happened.
Yep.
A lot has happened yesterday. We have
votes.
the results from the 2 by-elections, local government by-elections. We have the award of silk to 13 people. 13
Yes, saw that.
We have a state ruling of the appeal court in the Jayawanti Ramdas, well, the Auditor General issue. Is happening. And of course, the Chief Secretary in Tobago and him delivering his final budget for Tobago.
That's a lot. Busy Monday.
I'm sure more happened, but we just don't know yet.
Yeah, I won't doubt that. That. All right. Let's say good morning to those on WhatsApp at 318-1021. David Nelson, good morning. Dan Raj, good morning. Michael out in the UK, good morning. GNC Auto Security, good morning to you. Those are some on WhatsApp. And on Facebook and YouTube, we've got DJ Ray in Delaware, got Silly in Valencia, Slick Money Grip, Boy Badesi out in Debe, Wayne B in Covington, Georgia, Oliver Man Warren, Wendy and James, Isasha, I haven't heard from you in a long time. Isasha from London. Ray out in West Palm Beach, Florida. Maria Celia, Carol Guevara out in Chicaguanas. Rita Bodu Jennings, Shu in Kerr. Gloria Gray, Michael Robinson in Yokohama, Japan. CJ New York, Hector. John Cato, Ian Lee. Joycelyn Dialsing, good morning. Licks like peas. Ian Lee says licks like peas here yesterday. David Wares, good morning to you, my friend. Cheryl Charles, Angela Collier Lewis, Hector, who's that? Roulette or Rue TT, I don't know what that is. Angela Lewis and Mrs. R is up already, and that's all via WhatsApp and Facebook. Sankofa just snuck in on WhatsApp, and CMJ as well. All right. And of course, in sport, West Indies beat Afghanistan. I think West Indies made 218, with Puran making 98 and was run out by a direct hit to the stumps. And the Boston Celtics are the new NBA champions. Yeah. And of course, Stanley Cup is in Florida. Florida Panthers versus the Edmonton Oilers. Florida can take it tonight. We'll wait and see. Good morning to you, Captain Ron, out in New Jersey this morning. Hope all is well. Yeah, so that's what's going on as well around the globe. Brenda Isaac DL, good morning. Yeah. I wonder if Wendell is going to join us this morning.
No, he said Thursday.
Oh, he did.
So both the PNM and the UNC had clear victories in both the Kinam Mon Diablo and the Lengua Indian Walk districts.
Mm-hmm.
The PNM's Otley Grantham won over Nicole Gopal. He got 2,083 votes compared to her 1,336 votes.
Mm-hmm.
And in Kinam Mon Diablo, the UNC Sarah Subdio won over the PNM's Andis Nanan. She got 2,239 votes compared to the PNM's 971 votes. So somebody can remind me of where those seats stood before. I can't remember, to be very honest.
Yeah, I can't remember that.
You know, but of course they both had victory limes and music and.
Yeah, I saw the videos. Big
but you were right, Steve. Good morning, Wendell. What's that?
Hi.
Hold on. Was that Paul? Say it again, Paul. I just something in my ear here.
Planets are aligning, the ones every 400 years. So I guess you're right. Once every 400 years.
No, that would be the second time you said it.
At least I say it. At least I could admit it. You should try it sometime.
Oh Lord.
I'm not blaming the computer.
Morning, gentlemen. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Paul. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. And good morning, listeners and viewers all over the globe. It's an absolutely beautiful Tuesday morning.
It is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they both claim victory. Where did those two local government seats stand before?
Well, UNC would have always had Quinam Mon Diablo.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, that's where the chairman was a councillor.
As the one who passed.
Premnath Dipti, yes, who passed away. He actually was a PNM. PNM won that seat once already, you know, with him as councillor, believe it or not. He was a UNC councillor. He switched to PNM, won
I'm
the
not going to
seat,
say, is there anybody who wasn't a PNM before?
and switched back to...
Every time you hear somebody, there was a PNM, what is a PNM? It's like, what really?
That's the power of the institution. That's the power of the party. You know,
somebody always was a PNM before there's a PNM. Now they're working for the PNM. Oh my God, let me tell you. Yeah. Once they want to chastise you, they call you in some way, form, or fashion.
Yeah. But I mean, those results were kind of almost predictable. I didn't expect Grantley Anthem to win that convincingly.
So Lengua Indian Walk was PNM before?
It was PNM at one time also too. And,
no, but for before this election,
yeah. Before this election, I think it was.
Okay.
I stand corrected on that one. Because there was also a councillor of that side who was a UNC that switched to PNM, Francis Paul.
See, there we go again.
Yeah.
What are they sharing so?
Good governance. Party representation. Country first. You'll get all that within the PNM.
All right. You know, reflecting on that interview with Anita Haynes yesterday, and we're supposed to have Khadija Amin on later this morning, right?
Yeah, Perino.
Right. I can't help but sense a tinge of sadness in her. I don't know if you all got that too.
Yeah, I did.
I got it because usually she's so enthusiastic and optimistic, and but I got a tinge of sadness in her. I don't know if anybody else picked that up. I
picked that up yesterday.
I mean, yes, you were defeated. You and your team didn't win. You were defeated by large margins, but it's the first time I didn't see her usual bubbly, optimistic self. And I guess it must be the weight of the prospects of what's ahead or what's not ahead. You know?
Yes, could be that.
Because I think she's such a one of the few refreshing new voices in politics. You know? And I hope she's not daunted and she can find some way to continue whatever, whether it's within the UNC or in some other iteration. But I don't think the politics should lose someone like her.
Yeah. I'll tell you something.
No,
In
I agree with you
my
there, Paul.
years of politics, being in politics, I've seen so many good people fall by the wayside in one form or the other. Sometimes of their own doing, sometimes of the
And it's
doing of
usually the
some.
ones who can't capitulate to a lack of integrity and want to maintain their integrity while representing a party or independently. And
Yes.
sometimes I guess it's very difficult because when you're in a party, you have to toe the line on both sides of the major parties,
Yes.
whether you agree with stuff or not.
Yeah. So you get people who stand up for what's right, and you get people who are victimized or you know what I mean, by people who feel that they should have control over you. They should have you should be able to listen to them.
Well, when you join a
do what they
political
say.
party, you know what you're doing, eh?
Yeah.
You kind of understand, you know, but in the middle of all that, some decide, well, they're not going to lose their integrity and they're going to stay the course while representing their party and whoever else they want to represent. And some will do whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? And she's one who I think, you know, she's a bright woman and I think she's always maintained her integrity and her dignity in everything she does and says and does. So I really hope the politics doesn't lose her, because yesterday, I just, you know, when I look back at the interviewing parts yesterday, I'm saying, she just, you know, and I know what it could be like to suffer defeat like that. So I guess it was right after, but I didn't get the usual spark that you get in her.
Yeah. I'll tell you something. I use Dr. Rowley too as an example to a lot of people. In that he would have stood up against the Green in his party for years, and look where he is today. So there is still hope, which is why for some people they feel that Anita may still be selected because she stands.
I think so. I actually think so.
Yeah, I know you said that also.
Yeah, I think we'd be very surprised.
Yeah. You know, it'll be a pity if UNC really loses someone like her.
I don't think they'll all be selected, but I think she will be selected.
Well, Russian Parry also should be.
I don't know how it will be moving forward, because I mean, but parties have a way of closing ranks when the big election coming up. You know, so we wish them all the best. Of course, yesterday, 10 attorneys got silk, 3 were out of the country.
Yes.
And that happened at President's House. You know, that's Mr. Scotland, senior counsel.
Ah, boy.
You know?
Ooh.
So they were all
I saw a gentleman being handed an envelope. I don't remember seeing his name on any of the list. A Winston Sinat.
Yes, he is.
I don't know him at all.
Let me get it for you. He's an advocate attorney.
Okay.
A lot of them have the bios and stuff here, but he like Richard's colleague, Haseen Sheikh, you know, WASA chairman Ravindra Nanga, High Court and Human Rights Advocate Gregory Delson. Let's just listen to Her Excellency for a second.
And who have been awarded. The conferral of this honor is the means by which there is created within the legal profession from time to time new bodies of women and men who, by virtue of their honorific title, are formally inducted into the ranks of leadership in the profession.
So that was yesterday at President's House.
Yes.
Really meant senior counsel.
Three women though, out of the 13. 3 are women.
Which is good. I mean, I didn't think you would see anything less, because it would be an horrible optical look to only have men receiving senior counsel. The great work women advocates or attorneys do in the country. So I think there always has to be a balance. Ironically, a preponderance of men, as we see, which is odd given women are clearly excelling past men academically and otherwise.
Yeah.
I guess the world has a long way to go. Yes, they are. Haseen Sheikh was the chairman of Ravindra Nanga, High Court Advocate Gregory Delson, Intellectual Property Office Controller Reagan Asghar Ali, former AG Faris Sarari, Port of Spain South MPK in Scotland, Commercial and Personal Injury Lawyer Michael Simon de Labastide, criminal civil litigation constitutional claims lawyer Lee Merry, commercial litigator Mark James Morgan, advocate attorney Winston Senath, former AG Anthony Smart, family law advocate Annabelle Ramona Suklal, and of course absent were Minister Stuart Young, Justin Phelps, and Justin Dionoin, who were out of the country and will receive their credentials at a later date. So,
I know Annabelle Suklal well. Just Ronald Boynes is his wife. I think they might be divorced, but that's who she is. I know her a long, long time now.
yeah.
I didn't realize her name was there.
In the UK, it's I think there's a body in the UK that decides on silk, you know. Or maybe it's, I don't know if it's recommendation from the King, but it's called King's Council. But you know, we will see how it progresses. So in the last 2 years, there were, how many was it last year? Was it 17? How much was it last year?
I don't think it was that much. I think it was about 10.
10 and 13, 23. But the last two, well, not the last 2 years, the last couple of silks, there are a couple of years in the last 10 or so 12 years that silks have become controversial. They haven't been controversial before.
Well, nobody took it on prior to when a prime minister and attorney general awarded themselves. Nobody took on who got silk before. I know that year, a lot of people just draw attention to it because it was a sitting prime minister and a sitting attorney general awarding themselves.
Yes, I was right. 17 last year because I was having a discussion last time and they said 30 in 2 years is quite a lot.
17 last year. 17. I don't remember it being that much.
Yeah,
okay.
17?
I know Mrs. Lynette Siberan Sweet was last year.
Yeah.
Who's the head of the Law Association now?
Anthony Berra was last year also.
Right.
It was 17 last year. I remember, you know, so somebody saying it's 30 in 2 years is a lot.
That is a lot. But I don't think prior to that we had.
Supposed to be an elite club, huh?
I think a couple of years before that we didn't have any.
I can't remember that. But
yeah, I think for 2 years or so we didn't do any.
Maybe COVID. Maybe the COVID years.
Yes.
Could be the COVID years. We don't know. We were otherwise engaged as the country. So their prices have gone up as of yesterday. So if you were their client, you have to pay more money.
So going from 100 to 500.
Yeah.
Yep.
Somebody told me yesterday that one of the people who received last year was handling a matter for them, and the initial cost was 100,000, 120,000, and that went to 300 something thousand.
Yeah, it would triple
the week after. The week after. Lawyers around the world.
Yeah, well, you're not kidding them.
There should, well, I mean, I guess that's up to the lawyer-client relationship. That you know, this was my price when I was so and I'll stick with it.
Good luck.
New matter.
Good luck.
Any new matter.
Good luck.
Have to be increased.
Good luck.
Anyway, I have some birthdays. Let me get them out of the way. Martin Duglin, retired teacher at QRC. He is 90 years old today. Brother of former Bishop, Anglican Bishop Roald Duglin, deceased. He is 90 today. Happy birthday, Mr. Duglin. Clarence Mitchell, Ava Parkinson. Hey, today is Miss Parkinson's birthday. Sean Telfer, my good friend. Happy birthday, Sean. Annette Williams Wilson. Ricky Payne from St. James. Today would also have been the birthday of former Minister Franklin Khan. Who celebrated his birthday today. Christiana Martinez, Nicholas LeBlanc Lewis. They are all Stefan Reyes. He's the host of that show on Synergy on a morning. Happy birthday, Stefan. Stefan is our old St. James boy too. Cerrone Edwards, the son of former Mayor of Arima, Elvin Edwards, is also celebrating his birthday today. So happy birthday to you all. And for those who are celebrating the birthday on the holiday tomorrow too, happy birthday. I
remember the controversies last year. The controversies surrounded the brother and husband of Her Excellency.
That too. Kerwin Garcia also got.
Yeah, that was the controversy.
And her brother,
last time before that was 2018. Thanks,
Wendell.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that was
of course,
another
the question has arisen again about whether or not the process for awarding silk should be revised, given the controversies that are coming now seemingly every year. That could be the subject of our question again this morning, because I know we asked it last year. You know, both Faris Alvari and Keith Scotland, both SC now, I have to give them the title, were asked by the media yesterday, and they said they were both open to people reviewing and coming up with a different process if that was the will of the authorities. So
you want to pose that as a poll today again?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? It's a
Paul
short poll, you know.
Paul Prudent is reminding us that that Mr. Moore objected to when the Prime Minister and the AG were awarded silk. He was head of the Law Association. You understand? And but he is not a senior counsel, is he? Reginald Amor, the current Attorney General. Is he a senior counsel?
Yes.
He is. Okay. All right.
Yeah, he is.
Yes, he is.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. And who is he referring to there? Oh, I think I know who it is.
We all know who it is. We shall not go into it any farther.
Yeah. Okay. I know. I think I know who it is.
Was
he convicted?
I think it was set aside in some strange way.
Yeah. We have to remove your comment, Mr. Prudent. We can't have that on the chat. Unfortunately, we have to take
could you delete it, please?
Yeah, if you can delete it, fine.
Yeah.
You know?
Thank you.
No, he didn't delete it.
He didn't delete it, it went up.
Delete your name, the name you put up, Mr. Prudent.
Yeah, I will delete it for you. But I won't block you. I'll delete it. But we should try and stay out of trouble now, you know?
Yeah.
Although I do believe it's a matter of public record.
It was in the newspapers and so on.
I can't
I'm
remember
not sure about the conviction, though.
There was another person involved in another legal matter too, which I shall not go into in detail.
Yeah. Yes.
It's Trinidad, you know?
Yes.
Anything is possible.
We should open the phone lines now to save us some legal trouble because their fees are much more, and certainly ours will be. So I ain't in the mood to talk.
But West Indies won resoundingly last night against Afghanistan. They put
I was watching it.
Yeah, I stayed up and looked at most of that match. I fell asleep.
No, when I saw no runs, 1 wicket, okay, that's it. Time for bed.
Yeah, but Nicholas Pooran really, you see, that's how Nicholas Pooran should bat. He is naturally an aggressive batsman, but there comes a time you have to just cool it and wait because he is such a good batsman, and he proved it last night. You understand? It's a pity he got run out with that direct hit, you know?
What an idiot.
Yeah, I just think he should have waited a couple balls because he would have hit the boundary and made that century easy.
He would have made it in next over. Yeah.
He didn't need to rush down that 2 runs. Say what? But he is now the highest scorer in this World Cup.
So far. Most sixes. He's tied for most sixes at 13.
Yeah.
West Indies will play England on Thursday in Barbados.
Yep.
There's
2 groups of 4 now. The Super 8 is 2 groups of 4 where you'll play 3 matches each. And then the top 2 in those.
I guess you're talking about cricket, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about cricket. You know, I actually went to the Baranara Stadium yesterday. I got a late invitation, and I went. Thanks, Shaka. Myself and Stephen Harper went down, and we watched New Zealand play Papua New Guinea. It was a nice day yesterday. It was delayed, but they got in full 20 overs each after. You know, I enjoyed the match. First time I think in history. I'm not sure. I think either the first or second time. A bowler from New Zealand, Lockie Ferguson, bowled 4 overs and did not get a run scored against it. And he got 3 wickets. Not a run scored in 4 overs. Would you believe that? Would you believe that? Yeah.
Yeah. Don't really hear that. So good morning to Valerie Mendoza. She says she's on the boat.
Someone sent an article from the Prime Minister met with an Indian businessman who is interested in buying the Petrochin refinery. report on CNC3. That'll be interesting.
Yeah. You didn't see it? I didn't tell it.
I didn't see that. First time hearing that.
That is discussing I don't know nothing for me.
Let me send it.
Huh?
I said let me see.
No, I haven't. Don't send it. It's unnecessary.
Yeah, okay. Right. Jindal Steel and Power. He met with the chairman of Jindal Steel and Power, Mr. Naveen Jindal, who was very casually dressed. I like how he dressed. He's a very slim.
But if you're a billionaire, you don't need to impress nobody.
Exactly.
You need to impress.
I like how he dressed.
With $1 billion+ you think you have time? You understand? Is that the time you don't come in your place? You understand?
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, the phone lines are open, by the way, people. Good morning to you. Beauty culture, I don't know. I haven't heard about any new meetings Makila Pandey has had in the last week or so. So I don't know if there's a different campaign strategy. I know she was making the media rounds when she about 3 weeks ago, but I haven't seen anything new. I think we had one in the morning, right? If not,
yep.
So quite interesting to see how this politics in this country continues.
All right, so our lines are open. 222-8255 outside of Trinidad and Tobago, and the North Americans toll free 866-525-1099. Of course, tomorrow is Labor Day in Trinidad and Tobago and Juneteenth in the US. And then Thursday would be the longest day of the year.
June 21st.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Summer solstice.
That's what they call it. And we're watching a blob of rain that's supposed to be coming. I saw
Ruben send that. When that coming? After the June 21st, because that day is normally a very sunny day. You know?
Well, it's got some rain, and it's watching the Barbados radar, and it certainly is a blob.
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Yeah. All right. Good morning, caller.
Hey, morning.
Morning, Mr.
Patrick.
Morning. Right, morning. The interview yesterday with Mrs. Anita Haynes, observing how very much she have a way she does compose herself. But to me, as I said, yesterday she wasn't that happy about something, boy. You gotta see it. We know what has happened when you go against Mrs. Kamala Bissessa. It'll be found winning the balance, you know? So, you see what she hopes is for the election to come. You understand?
All right.
But I want to talk about them food prices, boy. I was reading an article where they say food prices going up by a certain amount of percentage.
No surprise. I think I saw the article where somebody was talking about at some point there was a council and something needs to be done by the state to manage food prices in this country because it's just and the article was alleging that there is collusion among some grocery owners to hack up prices by doing a lot of different things and people who are the lower end of the spectrum are struggling to buy basic food stuff. So I don't doubt that at all, because if you go in the grocery and you pick up a couple of things, they come out this year seeing $800-900 on the
you're still seeing the bottom, you're still seeing the ground through the cart.
I know people right now asking me how they going to get a food card because the salary they're working for a little more than minimum wage and they can't survive on that. The rent is not going to keep going alive.
They still have food cards?
Yes, you go to your member of parliament office and you could apply for it.
Okay.
Or you could actually go to the social development ministry.
In the end of the day, a lot of people struggling to buy food in truth.
Yeah.
They are serious matters.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Bring Mr. Dipty back. Bring Mr. Dipty back on the program and we find out.
But I don't think he's still the head of the Supermarkets Association. I think there's a new person now.
That person very quiet.
A new person.
Yeah, I think I saw there was a handing over of the baton. Let me see.
All right, take care. How are you?
All right, Mr. Patrick.
Steve, you got your date wrong. Friday is the 21st.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, thanks, Hector. And also West Indies, the times that they give you on that thing, that post, is Indian times, eh? So we are a little earlier than them. The date sometimes they give you for the schedule for cricket. It's actually the times quoted in India.
Amrika Tilak Singh is the new CEO of the Supermarkets Association.
Okay, she's very quiet.
May 1st, 2024. Amrika Tilak Singh.
I wonder if she could spin like Rajiv could have. Rajiv could have spin, but wait. Rajiv was
Good morning,
a
Senior.
Thank you, Paul.
Good morning,
Hey, Senior. What's happening? What's happening, Senior?
Good morning, guys, and good morning
You
to our
dressed quite
listeners.
senior today.
Yeah,
Good
he
morning
does.
to our listeners, wherever you are, our viewers, wherever you
He have a senior colleague now, you know, so he had to dress appropriately. Can't win him and Ramfla Polo again.
That's true. Wendell, too.
I wonder if does she go to the top floor while you go down, Richard?
No, that doesn't happen.
I give up. I really give
Does
up.
your office move from the corner with the best view?
There are many best views in this building.
When will the birders visit?
The bird visits many offices in this building.
Oh,
There is no one that's better than one.
I saw a little quick bio of her yesterday, and she did 311 matters.
Mhm.
Wow,
geez.
that's very prolific.
Yeah.
You'll have a high disposition rate.
Well, Hasina's been, I mean, she's young by senior council standards. And I think she's probably the youngest. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's what I asked you yesterday. I think I heard that she is the youngest.
I think she could be the youngest,
Mhm.
but she is very diligent, very hardworking, very committed.
Yep.
You know, an excellent leader of her department.
Wonderful. Gentlemen, we do have a call online. Good morning.
Very, you know, motivational and
Good morning, sir.
you know, senior councils have to have a particular kind of disposition in terms of leading younger attorneys and stuff like that. It's a lot of work, yeah. A senior council, as we said yesterday, senior council is a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in that,
Yeah.
in your ability to, you know, guide the junior attorneys in a particular kind of way.
Yeah. Morning, caller.
Good morning, gentlemen. Orlando calling.
Yes, morning, Orlando.
Good morning, Orlando.
Thank you. Howdy. Listen, I was just listening to the previous caller about food prices. That is universal. I have the privilege of traveling across America, Canada, with my business, and I can tell you, everybody is complaining about food prices. Biden is losing a lot of support in the black community, who are mostly who are the hardest hit. I'm exercising, so forgive me, because of food prices. You know, prices have gone up. I go to the supermarket. Fortunately, God has blessed me that I have a few extra pennies in my pocket, and I can afford it, but I feel for folks. Things that I remember I went Saturday to Costco, and I bought some mangoes for my wife, because she loves these Mexican mangoes. During the pandemic, I used to pay, what, $4 for 6. Now I'm paying $7.
Wow.
So I'm saying is that it is a universal problem. And I believe for my clients who are economists and said, it is a result of the pandemic. And of course, because of some of the greedy suppliers, that's why it's happening. So Trinidad, unfortunately, because we import, from what I understand, I could be wrong, the majority of our food from North America or wherever else, we are the bottom of the ladder. So I don't know how much can be done. Yes, I'm not surprised that there will be some price fixing and some collusion in Trinidad, because that happens in America. It happens all around the world. I really do not know what the solution is. Okay? Yes, wages have gone up, but they haven't kept pace with the prices of food. I can tell you, I feel it all the time. You know, my daughter, who just started off in her practice, she tells me the same thing also. When she was getting rentals for her building in New York, when she rents for $7,000 a month, then she first negotiated a year ago. Now that same building is $8,500. And this is just for an office to set up a medical practice. So I'm saying that it's ridiculous. And I feel
for the people who are not in a position to dip a little deeper in their pocket because they have the weight, they have the depth of pocket to be able to live.
Yeah.
In Trinidad, when I come to Trinidad, I see it. So it's a universal problem. And I'm not an economist, but I see challenges ahead. I see challenges ahead in America, President Biden, because the black community is saying, listen, you have deserted us. One of the reasons, of course, because I no longer could eat.
At one point, there was a food control
Thank you, caller.
council or board here.
Thank you.
Control council, was it?
Huh?
Yeah, at one point, there was a food control council or board in Trinidad and Tobago active, but that went the way of all flesh. And it was able to do some mitigation or modification of some basic food items, but that went through capitalism takeover, and now is devil take the hindmost.
These businesses started donating to political parties. What do you expect? You understand?
What business?
And you know what is sad? That when certain things happen on the world market that should cause a reduction, they never go down.
No.
They remember with the shipping costs, when we were interviewing Mr. Dipty, everything that was raising was because of the shipping costs. When the shipping costs adjusted and went down, did anything go down? Nothing.
No.
Nothing went down.
And shipping costs went down by more than 50%, huh?
Yeah, nothing went down.
Nothing. But the minute something goes up,
I think flour went down recently.
And some NFM flour products.
Some NFM products, yes.
Yeah, I think flour went down recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't eat the flour. You have to eat the eggs with the flour. You have to mix the flour with the eggs to make bread. And then they say local gas going up, so they balance it off. They always have an excuse to keep any price.
Always have an excuse.
They always have an excuse for you, no matter what. No matter how the commodity international prices or freight prices go down, it never, in a commensurate manner, redounds to the benefit of the consumer.
Yeah.
We do have a call, gentleman, for the longest while on hold. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning to the team.
Morning.
On the Power Breakfast show this morning. After you have your full team this morning, God blessing to all of you all.
Morning, Wendell.
Now, you know when you go to church, especially when somebody died, you will say the pastor or the priest, they say, God, death, where are you staying? Here it is tomorrow, we're celebrating Labor Day. Labor leaders will be journeying to Faizabad. We have to ask ourselves, if the current crop of labor leaders that they are presently leading the different trade union organizations, if they're really fighting for their workers, their membership, or they're on a different agenda, studying how to get involved in the day-to-day affairs of the politics. Look what we are witnessing today in trade union organization. Nuge is going to have an election just now. Their current president is 84 years and going back up for election. SWWTU president, right now the court remove him as president. But they are the people going to talk to us tomorrow, to talk to their membership, to tell us about who should lead this country and who shouldn't lead this country. But here in the organization, they're taking advantage of their own membership. I don't know if we have dictators now controlling trade union in this country called Trinidad and Tobago. Look what's going on in PSA, a powerful trade union. They have a leader right now who is not an employee of any employer in this country called Trinidad and Tobago. Breaking their own constitution, but the membership allowing this to happen. Where are the union leaders today to stand up for workers? Where are the labor unions that seeking workers' interests and put workers first? Gone are the days when you could have heard trade union leaders crying out and taking the troops out onto the street. Today is a very sad day where the union is concerned in our country. Butler and all of them will be turning in their grave to see. I call them hypocrites. I said that hypocrites as leaders today going Faizabad. They're going there for tomorrow. Who they're going to fool? Who they're going to brainwash? You see, it come like what we see happen yesterday in the by-election in Moruga, right? Where the people went and decided that they're fed up with the current situation that we are seeing taking place in the country. I just say PNL is the problem, you are not a solution.
All right.
But you see, integrity in public life, we're losing it.
Thank you.
Integrity in public life, we are losing it. We are seeing people putting out themselves onto slates to come back to represent us, who are big question marks over their head, who are known to the police, who on bail for fraud. And this is what Trinidad and Tobago want in today, modern day in Trinidad, where we have youth looking
All
on.
right. Thank you, caller. We got to go.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Yep, they're all political now.
I just think
Every man.
I think many of them have not evolved. I think they haven't evolved, and they haven't evolved.
No, they want to be power brokers. They want to make and break people.
Well, and all that happens is politicians use them.
But labor leaders have always been political. That's not new.
Yeah, many of
They've
them
always been
but
leveraging the power of the labor market to get what they want. That's
And how that
historically,
worked out?
that's historically what labor unions
And how
have
that
done.
worked out?
Yeah, but it's historically what they've done. Labor unions have done a lot of good in this country, you know.
Yes, we're
They've done
not
a lot
saying
of
that.
good.
We're talking about the present crop, dealing with the present challenges facing this country, and
exactly the past leaders, past
I'm
union
not
leaders have
particularly
done good.
impressed. Let me just say
Not
so.
this set, not for the last 10, 15 years.
I
I
don't
got
know.
you. We got to run in the headlines.
I think people, you know, every generation kind of demonizes labor leaders in a lot of ways. But labor unions are important.
Nobody's saying no, but I think the
They're
general
important.
sentiments they've lost a lot of the potency they had 20, 30 years ago. You have papers?
Yes, I do.
Right. All right, senior, go ahead.
Oh, death, where is thy sting? You know how long I haven't heard that?
So Trinidad and Tobago news day for today, and of course today is Tuesday, June 18th, 2024, the day before a holiday. I forgot to wish my sister and her husband. They're celebrating their anniversary tomorrow. So happy anniversary, Nyla and Ron. So the headline of the news day today: PNM and UNC share by-election wins. That's the headline of the news day. Ruling party gains Lengua Indian Walk. Opposition rules in Quinam Mon Diablo. Father of dead toddler Xavier was full of life. And the main pictures, the main photographs on the front page are of the respective celebrations in Lengua Indian Walk and Quinam Mon Diablo by the respective parties. On the back page of the Newsday, a New Zealand End World Cup on a high. Ferguson delivers historic 4 maidens as Bolt bids adieu. Afghanistan shine on TT soil again. So that's the front and the back page of the Newsday. Moving on to the Daily Express this morning. On the front page of the Daily Express, stress over silk. That's the headline that the Express went with. Stress over silk. Southern lawyers call for independent panel as 13 awarded senior counsel status. Parents want answers over toddler's death. There's a picture of Jaiwanti as she goes to court. Auditor General Jaiwanti Ramdas leaves the Hall of Justice yesterday with her lead attorney Anand Ramlogal, senior counsel, followed by her relatives and other attorneys, following an appeal court ruling in a legal challenge brought by her. That's the main picture. On the back page of the Daily Express this morning, no hitter. Stingy Ferguson, now part of T20 World Cup lore, bowls 4 maidens as New Zealand beat PNG by 7 wickets. The Guardian for today in Trinidad and Tobago. The headline: Victory Dance. That's the headline they went with. PNM and UNC share by-election spoils. Grantham brings home Lengua Indian Walk, and Sukdale takes Quinam Mon Diablo. And of course, it's a picture, a merged picture of the celebrations on the front page. Al-Rawi and Scotland agree silk process not smooth. And on the back page of the Guardian, England eyes Runfest versus the West Indies. That's it for the 3 dailies this morning.
Alrighty, let's get the results of our morning poll that we asked you yesterday. Yesterday, we asked you on our poll, do you think the political careers of the members of the United Patriots are over in the UNC? That was our poll. 83%, 83 said yes.
Well, that's consistent with our physical poll.
Yeah. All right. So let's get into this morning's poll. It's up already. So let's get into it.
Should there be an independent panel to determine which attorneys are awarded silk and TNT? That's our poll this morning. It's obviously a recommendation of the Southern Attorney, according to one of the dailies this morning, the Southern Bar. So should there be an independent panel to determine which attorneys are awarded silk in Trinidad and Tobago? That's our poll this morning. The poll is now open. 222-TALK, 222-8255. North Americans, 866-525-1099. That's absolutely toll free. People watching us on all the streaming platforms, you can send your votes via the messaging portals located therein. And of course, if you're watching us or listening to us wherever, you can also WhatsApp us at 1-868-318-1021. If you're local, 318-1021. That's it. Now you know how to vote.
Josie Richardson says yes. Keith Bissessa, no. Boy Bedesi, yes, yes, yes. John Cato, yes. Ian Lee says no. Jaron Joseph says yes to the poll. Captain Ron says yes. Julia S. Batiste says yes. Sherwin Kerr, yes. All right.
I worry about this word called independent, you know.
Okay. Should there be an independent panel to determine which attorneys are awarded silk in sweet TNT? Slick Money Grip says yes. Michael Robinson, Yokohama, Japan, says yes. Vincent Thomas, yes. Emmanuel from Fort Lauderdale says yes. Lenny James says yes. Thank you guys for putting your names next to your WhatsApp votes. Peter says yes.
Peter, wait.
Finbar Collins says no. Jess Archer Kennedy, yes. Right? Should there be an independent panel to determine which attorneys are awarded silk in Trinidad and Tobago? Okay. That's our poll. You have 5 minutes again to vote on our morning poll. Of course, our poll is going to stay up on our website and mobile app till Thursday morning when we come back in. All right. Ish out in Malik. Hey, Ish, long time. Says yes. CJ New York says yes.
Morning to the guy who I met by Daryl Dog buying soup on Saturday. I didn't get your name though, but I know he's a listener to the program. So good morning to you.
Shirma Paul via Facebook says yes.
Richard, I don't see you out there again. May take a drink so long.
Yeah, I've been there in a little while. Sometimes I say, oh, I should go buy dog today, you know, and that it goes out the window for some reason.
You start to cook yourself. Nah, you have a cook.
Richard Cook. Let's grab this call. Good morning.
Richard is cook.
Morning.
No.
No. All righty. Thank you. Love is not in the air every time. Anyway.
That's the first time Zena just call this program and vote and go.
Yeah.
That never happened before.
She get blank last evening.
Oh, Lord. Sexy San Fernando says yes to the poll. All right. Should there be an independent panel to determine which attorneys are awarded silk in TNT? Send us a message via Facebook, YouTube, or WhatsApp at 318-1021, or call us at 222-8255, toll free for North Americans, 866-525-1099.
So who coming up with this independent panel? Huh?
Somebody hit cricket.
Can you allow the poll to continue until you drop your sarcasm?
Yeah,
please.
Independent, my team.
Please, can we allow the poll to continue before you drop your sarcasm?
The poll results kind of obvious already, but
now must see why you're dropping your sarcasm so early.
Yes.
Beefy Smith out in Goodwood, Tobago says yes. All right. Should there be an independent panel to determine which attorneys are awarded silk? Yes or no? Kazim Mohammed says yes. Carol Guevara says no. Mo Gaines out in Aruka says yes to the poll. All right. Let's get some votes coming in. All right.
Wendell, you wear that song last night, boy. You good.
Ah. Oh, yes.
Play it now.
You got that thing now? I'll send the video for you. You could give Mrs. Posadi says her victory speech too. Slurred kind of victory speech. You could give that too.
Behave yourself, Wendell. Behave.
Please withdraw that statement.
Can't be saying that.
I ain't hint at anything else.
Lawyer fees went up, you know.
Wayne Joseph says yes to
Lawyer
the
fees
poll.
went up.
Augustine says yes to the poll.
You're getting these votes from Steve. All right, okay, I see them.
Yeah, please put your name next to WhatsApp. Like Jay Morris. Don't just put yes, but Jay Morris says yes. But even though you said no.
Some of them victory speeches up down in Maruga too, kind of, you could just see it in every, well, I go.
Please.
Please. And Marie says yes.
Please. You don't know supposed to be here today already.
True, eh? So
Jared Garcia says yes.
Well, you can say that was Wendell.
What was that vote, Steve?
Yes.
Okay.
That was Jared Garcia?
Yeah.
All right, got it. A lot of new names I have to admit on these chats, eh?
Yeah. Candace out in Atlanta. Good morning, Candace. Candace says yes. Thank you, Candace. Have a good day. Nice touching base.
You saw a girlfriend named Candace.
Oh, Jesus. You hear that, TV? I did. You don't want to know. You don't want to know. Just a couple of seconds again. Let's see if I have any more votes on WhatsApp. Just a couple more. Mrs. R says, Camp, who's talking to Richard? Had to be. All right, let's get into our 7 o'clock major news. Avril saying Bob is in.
This is your news bulletin from Power 102 Digital.
PNM and UNC score clear victories in 2 local government by-elections. President Christy Kagalu tells 13 attorneys who received silk yesterday the title Senior Counsel carries with it great responsibility, and THA Chief Secretary to provide final budget on Monday. Details in a moment. This is news to 7 o'clock on Power 102 Digital. I'm Avril Sintilbab. Avril Sinbab could not make it. After weeks of intense campaigning, the PNM and UNC scored cleared victories in 2 local government by-elections on June 17th, which saw a higher voter turnout in the districts compared to the 2023 polls. The PNM had a clear victory in Lengua Indian Walk with its candidate Otley Grantham defeating the UNC's candidate Nicole Gopal 2,083 to 1,336 votes. There was no official information on the number of votes received by Peterson Morales, who contested this by-election as an independent candidate. Sources claim that Morales only received 1 vote. In Quinamon Diablo, the UNC's Sarah Sugdeo prevailed over the PNM's Anderson Nanan 2,239 to 971 votes. The total number of eligible voters for both by-elections is 16,834. Lengua Indian Walk has 8,465 eligible voters and Quinamon Diablo 8,369. In terms of special elections or special electors, the EBC said there are 72 in Lengua Indian Walk and 61 for Quinamon Diablo, a total of 133. Special electors, because of the nature of their jobs, such as members of the protective services, are unable to vote during the periods allotted for regular voters. Voting for special electors took place from June 12th to 14th. A 3-judge panel at the appeal court has reserved its ruling in a legal challenge by Auditor General Jaiwanti Ramdas. The appeal has to do with the decision of a High Court judge on June 3rd to not grant her permission to file a claim for judicial review against the appointment of an investigative team to probe the $2.6 billion understatement in her report on the 2023 public financial accounts. Reserving their ruling yesterday at the Hall of Justice in Port of Spain were Justices Mark Mohammed, Peter Rajkumar, and James Abood. After hearing legal submissions from Ramdas lead attorney Anand Ramlogan SC and senior counsel Douglas Mendez, who's leading the case for the state, the justices said they required time to consider the arguments before arriving at their decision. A date for the delivery of the ruling has not been announced by the panel. Until the decision is delivered, the investigative team, which was appointed by Finance Minister Com Imbet and the Cabinet, will not be allowed to continue with the probe. President Christine Kangaloo said the title of senior counsel carries with it a tremendous responsibility. She called on 13 attorneys conferred with the title on Monday to be leaders and mentors in the profession. Speaking at President's House in Anne, she said the award of silk was a professional honor. She called on all silk recipients to continue to provide guidance and assistance to all young practitioners and those who have chosen to study the law. Chief Public Defender Hassan Sheikh WASA Chairman Ravindra Nanga, High Court and Human Rights Advocate Gregory Delzin, TT Intellectual Property Office Holder Reagan Asghar Ali, former Attorney General Faris Al-Rawi, Port of Spain South MP Keith Scotland, Commercial and Personal Injury Litigation Lawyer Michael Simon de la Bastide, Private and Prosecutional Attorney Elaine Veronica Green, Criminal Law, Civil Litigation and Constitutional Claims Lawyer Lee Merry, Commercial Litigator Mark James Morgan, Advocate Attorney Winston Senath, former AG Anthony Isidore Smart, and Family Law Advocate Annabelle Ramona Suklal were also awarded silk at the ceremony. 3 additional awards will be made at a later date to Energy Minister Stuart Young, Justin Phelps, and Justin Dionarine, who were not in the country at the time of the ceremony. In Tobago, Chief Secretary and Finance, Trade and Economy Secretary Fali Augustin will present his final budget for the draft estimates of revenue and expenditure of the Tobago House of Assembly for the financial year 2024 to 2025 on Monday. A new finance secretary will be announced on July 1st. 2 weeks ago, Augustin told the media the budget would prioritize investing in the island's human capital, focusing on education, training, and workforce development. Last month, during an emergency media conference to address the spike in the murder toll, Augustin mentioned that the Community Development and Sports Division would receive a larger allocation. He later stated that the THA would seek additional funds from the central government to establish a THA police unit to enhance the fight against crime and improve public safety. You are listening to news on Power 102 Digital to 7 o'clock. Anita Haynes-Allen says she remains committed to the United National Congress, even though she may not be chosen to serve as a member of parliament for the UNC in the future. Haynes-Allen was on the slate of the United Patriots, which took part in Saturday's UNC's internal elections, which results indicated was won by the star team slate led by Kamla Prasad-Bissassa. However, the Tabakit MP believes her role moving forward may not be as a future member of parliament. She is of the view this could be her fate after voicing concerns about issues relating to the internal elections in the UNC and the current national executive. She said if not selected, she continues to explore other ways to contribute to national development, even if she's not chosen as an MP in the next parliament.
I think that I have a future in the United National Congress. I do not believe that it may extend into the next parliament, but that does not mean that it cannot exist. To me, it is illogical to think that you would have expressed issues with the governance of the current national executive, and then that the membership express confidence in the current national executive, and then to expect that national executive to express confidence in you. That would be illogical.
Here's your weather news for the period today till midnight. Trinidad and Tobago, variably cloudy conditions with scattered light to moderate showers. There is a medium chance of heavy showers or thunderstorms. Nighttime, mostly settled conditions despite few showers and a low chance of isolated heavy showers. Gusty winds may occur in or near showers. You can expect a temperature high of 32 degrees Celsius at Piarco International Airport and 31 degrees Celsius at Crown Point in Tobago. Currently, it's 26 degrees Celsius at Piarco and 27 at Crown Point. Recapping your headlines to 7 o'clock, PNM and UNC score clear victories in 2 local government by-elections. President Christine Kangaloo tells 13 attorneys who received the silk yesterday the title senior counsel carries with it great responsibility, and THA Chief Secretary to provide final budget on Monday. I'm Avril Stintil Bab. That was news to 7 o'clock on Power 102 Digital. Look out for more news in detail at 12 noon today and an update coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. For more details, log on to power102fm.com.
Up to date and credible. Power 102 Digital.
All right. Thank you so much, Avril, for our major news. You can join her again come 8 o'clock this morning for a news brief. Quickly, take a look at what's happening traffic-wise. Out of Diego Martin is heavy. You got traffic from the Pillars heading to Maracas, heading straight towards the roundabout in Maraval. Long Circuit Road is heavy. And Maraval is extremely heavy. Apart from that, usual routes where you think you're going to get traffic, you will get traffic this morning. Going to Claxton Bay, also heavy. San Fernando, oddly, lighter than usual. East-west corridor, heavy. All right. Okie dokie. There was somebody that had a birthday greeting. So somebody at TT Post. If I could find it quickly. I am not finding it at all. I know it's here somewhere. I'll get it shortly. Let's see if we have any more votes. Evelyn Campbell, yes. Alistair Hart, no. CPT Singh, no. Godcilia, yes. Beauty Culture, no. Okay.
Yeah, I got those votes down the end there.
Yeah. Cascade St. Anne's says yes. Let's see. Somebody says here, send congratulations to my niece Keisha Lee, graduating today from Bishops in Port of Spain. Oh, okay. Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Morning. Let me say morning to Hilan Morin, former deputy mayor of Port of Spain. He's now chairman of the East Port of Spain Development Company. Did I get that correct?
Okay. So. Big E in Virginia says yes. Okay, Big E.
Is that a vote somewhere else?
Yes, Wendell.
All right. Got it?
Right. You got it. All right, so let's get the results of our morning poll. Our guests will come on shortly.
All right, our question this morning: should there be an independent panel to determine which attorneys are awarded silk in Trinidad and Tobago? We had 37 people weighing in on our poll. I don't know if Richard got the same number. 29 saying yes and 8 saying no. 29 people said yes, that there should be an independent panel, and 8 said no.
I got 30 saying yes, 8 saying no.
Okay, well, I stand.
I just got one more and the yeses.
That's not a problem, sir. You are, of course, a senior counsel. I gave way to you. You are our senior counsel, that is.
You're the independent panel.
Yes, well, clearly, because I know where they're coming from. Who's selecting them? It could be what Trinidad just like too much bacchanal, yes? Because independent panel, who's selecting them? The president? Who selects the president? Let me come now. Oh, gosh. Just leave it as it is. Just make sure a prime minister and an attorney general do award themselves again. And that a sitting president don't have to confer it on her husband and her brother again. Just make sure those things don't happen. We good, you know. Because it's just bacchanal after bacchanal after bacchanal we just create here. Everybody has some problem with somebody here. Can't we all just get along?
Hi.
Oh, Lord. They have a problem with people race. They have a problem with people's size. They have a problem with people's sexuality. They have a problem with people religion. They have a problem with everybody have a problem with somebody else. Human beings just need to live. Or they travel the world now and go and see how other people live now. You really feel they care about all what they care about here? No, they don't. They ain't get traffic 24 hours a day in Egypt. You feel they care? They're all smiling. Huh? The place hot, it's dusty. You feel they're quarreling? No, they're hanging out the clothes on the line still. You go other parts of the world, they don't care. I tell people already, stay away from Disney World. Stay away from Orlando if you have a problem with any human being. Stay away from Orlando. And I'm bringing it down to that level where all they like to carry all the children in Disney World. You're seeing everybody in Orlando. Don't go there if you don't like people. Right? And worse yet, stay out of Africa, because you will always be downgrading Africa and denigrating Africa. One of the most beautiful places on planet Earth. Stay away from there. Don't go. Ain't them only have a problem with people.
You're biting this morning, boy. You're biting.
You know what? The more I travel and the more I see and the more I'm exposed to other people and cultures and so on, the more I get disgusted at us here sometimes in Trinidad and Tobago, you know. And the way we carry on for certain things, you know. Oh, gosh. Oh. It's tiring.
Life in a small island, Wendell. That's what it is.
No, it shouldn't be, man. We Trinidadians do well. Go somewhere.
Other small islands taste with a lot less bacchanal, you know, Richard.
Well, no. That's part of our color, I guess.
No, I think something wrong with us.
No, I mean, and by and large, I think I'm not saying, of course, Trinidad and Tobago has its problems, but by and large, I think the people are pretty warm and friendly and wonderful and generally enjoy themselves. But we will complain.
You know what? That's the hypocrisy, Richard.
We will complain.
That is the hypocrisy in a lot of them. You feel they're warm. You feel they're friendly. That is hypocrisy in a lot of them.
Is that true, Paul?
Good morning and happy birthday to Julian. Julie's birthday is tomorrow. Is 94 years old. It's coming from Senator Hazel Thompson, IE, and Julie is Julian's mom, John's mom, and so happy birthday, Julie, in advance from you. Is 8 children.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Julie's a wonderful soul. I saw her a couple of weeks ago, about 5 weeks ago.
But you'll meet hypocritical people everywhere, Wendell. That's a human thing. That's not a Trinidad thing. That's not a Trinidad thing.
But we major in it, boy.
No, man. I don't think we have it any worse than anywhere else.
We major in it with that Trump in the US? Really?
No, well, Trump, oh God, Trump, you see, when all you go there, it's like when you're talking basketball and you want to say about Michael Jordan, or when you're talking golf, you want to compare Tiger Woods.
But he
there's
exists,
certain people that just leave.
But he exists. So if you're talking about hypocritical and lack of alignment to moral rectitude, you have to bring him in.
Yeah, but you remember...
He's the poster child for lack of anything decent.
You know what I think he is? You know what I think he is? And this will be a very controversial statement. They might revoke my US visa if he get back there. You remember at the time there was a talk about the Antichrist coming, and they talk about the Pope, they talk about Ronald Reagan. Remember how many people they say might be the Antichrist? I think they're right there.
Steve, where's Steve to come and see what's some telephone call?
I think you're right there. All kind of people that say was the Antichrist back then. Something
you feel Donald Trump will say, "Oh my God, Wendell, Steve in Trinidad and Tobago say, I am the X and Y and Z, and let me revoke your visa."
That man hold a Bible wrong side already, just to say he's a Christian.
You mean the Bible held him wrong side? You mean the Bible is what held him wrong side?
Oh gosh, no. He is the epitome of hypocrisy. Trust me.
But he's going to run for president again. Or he's running for president again.
Yes. And a set of sick Americans will probably go and vote for him.
As is their right. As is their right. 222 talk.
Yeah, I'm not getting Khadijah. I mean, I don't know what's going on here.
But let's try Steve Scotland now. He might take our call and we can discuss our poll a bit with him.
All right. Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Morning.
Mr. Ragoobarsingh, the question that you asked Mr. Richard a while ago, silence could mean consent.
What question was that?
When he asked you what the gentleman was saying about Egypt and these places, and he asked you if that was true.
I still don't get the question. What about Egypt?
So he was speaking about the behavior of the people.
Yeah, that's if other people behave just as us.
Humans are humans all over the world.
I just thought that you agreed, but they didn't want to answer.
No, humans are humans all over the world. Depending on the circumstances and the culture, they may express it in different ways, but humans are generally the same all over the world. I have found anyway.
Yes, but Trinidad have a different kind of. Okay, now I'll tell you why. Trinidadians is watch what you wear.
And they watch what you wear in the US and the UK and Australia. They watch what you wear there too.
No, but in the way they look at what you wear, that is how it is. In Trinidad, I'm not hearing you, Mr. Richard.
I don't see any difference in human being behavior. Just the circumstances may express it in different ways. We are very colorful people in Trinidad and Tobago, so that may be how we express it. May be what stands out. And then we live here, so we have a different perspective and experience of our own lives when you compare to other people. When people look in here, they'll say, people who are in the US will say, in different states, even will say, that state crazy, this state not crazy. This, you understand? It's human behavior. It's human behavior.
Yes, Mr. Richard. But there's a lot of things that are okay. Let me show you something. What I observe. I've been a person who owned restaurants already, right? And I've seen people in trying to keep a proper pace, and I have seen people buying it, but they don't care what they put in their mouth once they get it cheap. I've seen people, once you could talk loud, be very close to disrespectful, and drink and fall down, and put you in a parliament. You okay? I've seen, and then they complain about other things in Trinidad here. That is the kind of way. Look, okay. For example,
and in the US, it's a man who tell women he grab them by the XYZ and they put him in the White House. And
Going back to that poor
take
example.
24 counts of hush money, and they might put him back in the White House. What is the difference? Explain to me.
No, you see, watch me. What I'm saying is,
and them supposed to be first world developed country, 300 and something years. What's the difference?
So what happens in Trinidad? It is a more general kind of thing in here. That is the issue.
Paul, what Paul did to you is what he did to me just now. He got to the most extreme example where you can't counteract it.
Boris Johnson in the UK.
So that is what is happening.
Boris Johnson in the UK. I could call things all over the world.
That you see in Trinidad here. Okay, look at like a senior counsel will talk about a particular gentleman who would have gotten sued, and he wouldn't talk about the people who sitting in parliament who have case on bail and all kind of, and he wouldn't talk about that, and he just talk about all kind of things. That's really the hypocrisy of not that they don't have hypocrisy, but the extent and who it is and what they portray. Here it is.
I think the hypocrisy. Is even worse in the United States.
To me,
in Congress.
In Congress. You don't hear Marjorie Taylor Greene, or you don't hear that woman?
I think it's even worse.
And you don't hear Marjorie Taylor Greene, or you don't hear
even more dangerous.
Look, does that mean or the one in Ruby on them? Oh, you have to be crazy, yes. What I see in the US is like we are choir boys and girls.
Good morning, caller.
Politically, yes.
Good morning. Good morning, guys. This is Candice
morning.
from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi, Candice.
Hi, good morning, Candice from Atlanta, Georgia.
I live in the South, Wendell, and where Marjorie Greene and all of us, we one thing people don't understand, I think Paul was talking about, we live here, and we know what we're dealing with here, right? And some people will vote for Trump. It would not amaze us if he comes back, because there are some things that he did that really helped us, and a lot of people don't even understand that. One of the things he took away was healthcare is a big problem here. Health insurance is a big issue here. And one thing he did was when they had I will say Obamacare, because a lot of people know it as Obamacare, if you choose not to have health insurance, you get taxed. You have to pay. And he was like, heck no, and use his executive order and take that away. It has a lot of things people don't understand. It's not allowing Black people to even buy homes that Obama put in place when he was there, that it really affects us. So when you're living here, it's different. Hence, like when people living in Trinidad, we in the U.S., could only say, but why didn't do this and why? Because we're not there. You know what I'm saying? It looks like if we hunky-dory here, but we are not. Right?
Candice,
yeah.
Did you say that Barack Obama put something in place so that Black people couldn't afford to buy homes?
Yeah, let me explain something. So student loans was not part of your credit, right? And when he was the 2 terms, one of the reasons too is that he did not have the House, right? We understand how House of Representatives work. However, but he could have used his executive order, just like he used his executive order to give the gays or the Asians or whatever rights they needed, right? It's a political thing, and we all understand that here. We have the same 2-party thing. We don't even have a good choice right now. We have Trump and Biden. We have Biden who don't even know he's here on planet Earth. You understand what I'm saying? So, and get promising people these things. And student loan is a big thing for African Americans and Black people. So with that being on our credit, now a lot of people, we could make a lot of money, but that being on your credit is that now your debt to income ratio is so high, it's harder to get homes. You know, for black people, we kind of go back like when in Martin Luther King and them days, when we fighting to get home. We already black. You know, we have a lot of gentrification going on here in Atlanta. There's a lot going on here. But yes, we do live our life. We do travel. Because at the end of the day, what could we do? You know, we are no, and this is why I tell people, we are no different from Trinidad. We have a two-party system. I wish we could have somebody like the man in El Salvador who says the heck with this two-party and put all these corrupted politicians in jail. But we live in a society where the U.S., because they print money and they think they're in charge. And I am living here 25 years. It is not getting any easier. And I always advise people from Trinidad when they want to come to the U.S. and say, oh, they better stay home or their life better home than here. What happened with Trinidadians? They like the bacchanal and propaganda. You understand what I'm saying? That fuels them. And that's what makes them a people and make them funny. You know what I'm saying? Because I listen to your radio station every morning and I'll be like, oh, Jesus Christ. Some people need to hop on a plane and, you know, go abroad, you know, or travel and see. And I agree with Wendell, see different cultures, understand. They would have a better appreciation for what you're going through there. I'm not saying that you're not going through anything there, but it is it is nothing.
Candice, a lot of people in the chat though are disagreeing with your.
You can't say it's nothing though.
Yeah,
you can't say it's nothing. People who live here going through what they're going through. Everybody's experience is personal and to the contextual to the space. So you can't say it's nothing.
It is. Let me track back. Right, I watch Parliament every day, and I really wish my country could be better. I really wish, you know, we are rich in resources. We are rich people, meaning. I mean, I love the multicultural. I always bring people every year for Carnival and explain to them. I talk highly of my country. But one thing we as Trinidadians don't do is talk highly of. We all have good and bad. It will always be there. We all have, but you can't be dogging your country every time. However, I'm just saying, I'm not saying that what you're dealing with is not bad. I think Suniti Maharaj said it best. The population needs to be educated. They need to be educated better and understand when you put a party in office, that's what you do. You don't give them power. You put them in office. You have the power and you have to hold them accountability. I don't understand how people don't go to Parliament. I don't understand how people don't listen to Parliament. I don't understand how people don't go and knock on the member of Parliament door. I couldn't live in Trinidad because they would have hanged me long time because I would have held everybody accountable. I don't like politics. We are not patriotic enough for me. That is just it in Trinidad. If we are more patriotic and understand our rich history and culture and the disrespect, we are a multicultural country. Why we can't love people? You know what people love Trinidad because they're all multicultural. But we don't. It's always a black and an Indian thing, and I don't promote Trinidad like that here. You know, I live in the South. You understand? Here, Jim Crow still here. He or she might be in a dress or a different, I don't know, but it's still here. But in Trinidad, I come home and I just see the unity. Although we might talk, you still get a little unity. I don't know. To me, it's a love. However, I just think when it comes to politics and holding people accountable, we don't. You know what I'm saying? Because we're comfortable. Nobody can put you on the street. Nobody ain't turning off your light.
Well, there are many people who are agreeing with you and many people who are disagreeing with you in the chat.
Yeah.
You fire up the chat.
You fire up the chat this morning. Thank you.
Absolutely. But I was just listening to Wendell and I was like, I understand some people when they say no for independent and yes for independent. Because like you said, how, just let the thing stay. But some people don't have that trust anymore with nothing. You understand the same thing here? It's like, who could we trust to do the right thing? We're giving people things and positions and they're not doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? We need to be a little more patriotic. That's all I'm saying. Trinidad.
Fully agree with that. Thank you.
Thanks, Candice. Next time in Atlanta, I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Please, and I'll take you around.
All right, take care.
DL said he fell in love with you, Candice. I'm just saying.
You want to take Wendell around?
Well, I had a good friend named Candice, you know.
Operative Wood had.
Yeah.
Good morning.
She's deceased now.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, big guy.
Morning.
Hi. Morning for all, morning everybody. I was trying not to call in because I'm on the job right now, but I just have to call in. I keep hearing a lot of people keep complaining about the prices of. I live in America, far away. About America, this is America, that, and I think bad here, all kind of thing. Gentlemen, I left Trinidad in 1989 with a suitcase and 200. My father gave me $200. I slept on a couch for 6 months in my uncle's house. Right now, I do $1 million contracts for New York City, and I am enjoying the American dream. I hear the gentleman from Orlando call just now, and sometimes I feel like I'm living in La La Land because the people who call and say, "Oh, America just like this, and the price is high." I heard Mr. Patrick, I hear Miss Lisa Jennings, I just heard the passionate lady just now, and I really feel I'm living a different New York or a different America because I don't feel these things. The prices have gone up, yes. But the extent, maybe I don't know what they're working for, but what they are suffering, what they're going through, I have in 33 years, I haven't gone through that. And I really trying to figure out what they're speaking about. So don't come to America. I will never give up. Right now, living in America to come back to Trinidad. Never. Not now. Okay? America has been very, very good to me. And the ICNS, what I did ICNS? I used to dig trenches. I was a plumber's helper. I started at $8 an hour, $6 an hour, digging trenches. I am happy right now. I am living the American dream. So I don't know what these people are talking about. I am not experiencing that. I go to Walmart, Costco, and all these places, just like them. And prices going up. But they say you're catching an $8 whatever to live out here. Sorry, I really wasn't going to call you, but they keep putting down America. And I can't agree with them. I really, really can't agree with them. All right, gentlemen.
All right, big guy. Out in Far Rockaway. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning again, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Wendell.
Tina?
You find that I just call and run this morning. Is the first time?
That the first time you ever call in, say no, and hang. You've never done that before, ever.
Well, boy, I was watching the timing because since you all started the vote and the lines were open, I called. And I almost didn't get in, so I said, well, maybe I didn't want to provoke people now. So I said, let me just say what I had to say and run. But good morning again, and to my
them fellas private message something about some strongy or something so, and I say no, I doubt it's that.
No. So you know they really stay too long when it's a short poll,
Yeah, because I love it when it's long. But yeah, well, I love this one this morning. But let me tell you something. I want to agree with senior council. Oh God, what is his name there? Port of Spain MP.
Scotland.
This is what he said last night. That people who call it faith, they should give back their silk. And let us start afresh all our lives now. Give it back. And let them start the process from the beginning. Because I don't know if it's not broke, why fix it? What is the process that people so don't like that they're calling for this independent committee? The independent people coming from the same people among you here in this little Trinidad Twin Islands.
Preach, Zina, preach.
And there will be disappointment, there will be arguments, there will be 2 and 4 the same.
And they will see the same independent panel, not independent.
That's just it. Look what's going on with the Topeka Police Commissioner. Whatever is wrong with these people in this country, they have nothing to quarrel about. As big boys say, where they must be, they live in too comfortably, I say, And people have to realize what Big Boy just said, how we live in good and he wouldn't do anything to come back here.
Big Boy.
I'm telling you, people in Trinidad love to just complain too much. Because I will tell you, I've been shopping online for a long time. The prices have gone up world over. It's either you could buy it or you can't buy it. And I know that with that COVID, a recession hit, and that is why things go the way they go on. And really and truly, I said so some days ago, and someone called us asked if I live in La La Land about the price. And I wasn't talking about the price of food alone, you know. I was talking overall. It has gone up because the things that I see I purchase already online, they are 3 times the price now. So let us face it, but people here in Trinidad and Tobago, they don't feel that prices going up the world over, you know. Grain and wheat and corn and all that, they don't feel that it's going up in the world out there, you know. Prices have risen, and people here have to understand that, but they want to kill Dr. Rowley because the price of food high, and they feel they can't eat as how they used to eat before. You understand? But everything in this country must be a dispute. Everything going good with the silk business, or they leave it alone now. All they want an independent panel to do to cause more confusion, like the different independent people we have can people propose. Anyhow, that's
I like how you're interested big guy, big boy this morning.
Yes,
some coconut ice cream in the freezer for you.
You just added to what I had because I have plenty flavors.
But I like cocoa, not ice cream.
I like the fruit and nut one, plenty.
I really like cocoa, not ice cream. Oh my goodness.
Well,
Thank you, Zena.
You know me. You see, Paul, I know that when you started, Steve will run me. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right. All my lines are little.
I thought she might like cookies and cream.
No, she like cocoa, not ice cream.
All right.
Look at the back of the class.
Yeah. Go to the back of the class. Good morning, caller.
To the back of the class.
Good morning to the Paul family.
Good morning.
Good morning to the Breakfast Crew. Mr. Wendell,
sir?
I have this question put into you. Mm-hmm. Yesterday, you put in happy birthday, Deborah Grace.
Yes.
Now, it so happened my cousin's wife named Deborah Grace. So I posted up in the family chat, happy birthday, Deborah Grace. And I get pronged.
Oh?
I said, no, I get pronged because at the same time now, it wasn't that same Deborah Grace. How many Deborah Graces have in Trinidad? And the Deborah Grace that you know, that I know also.
By that cash.
Works in media from Belmont, right? Is that the Deborah Grace you were talking about or no?
You know, I don't know.
That's a real that is if nobody knew you from an island, now we know. That's a real island thing. You assume that the one name here is the name you know.
Yeah, but Deborah's work, I think, is in the Newsday. It's either the Newsday or the Express or whatsoever. And I know you know people within the media back and forth. I know you know her. But man, when you're saying somebody's name, you better elaborate exactly who it is.
No, well, I didn't know. I said Gladiator used to call her the Chinese woman from over. She was 62 yesterday because and she born the year 1962 and she was 62 yesterday. So all that I said,
I didn't capture that. But anyway, you guys stay safe and keep your head up.
I just want to get in family trouble.
I want to take a moment. I didn't say thank you to everybody who is listening to this show and call. You give us life in the morning. Life. I didn't know Deborah's birthday was yesterday, Wendell.
Yes, Deborah was yesterday. You remember?
Happy belated birthday, Deborah.
Yeah, what?
Morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning to the Breakfast Crew.
Morning.
Morning, sir.
Morning.
Yeah, Wendell.
Hey, Tim man.
Hey, how you going, man?
Not too bad, bad.
In regards to what you were saying about Trini, we got to also remember, as we come off the starting line, we are bipolar because we were under the British, the French, the Spanish, I think the Dutch. So all of that, you put that into the mix, I guess that's why we are a bit confused at times. Anyway, that's just my contribution, guys. Have a wonderful day.
I did too. Take care.
Thank you so much, Anthony.
I will always
All the best.
remember watching in the election when it had Obama and Trump. And I remember Obama was speaking at a function at the same time Trump was speaking at a function. And I was flicking between both. A protester got up in Obama's conference, it's thousands of people or whatever, got up and started to carry on, and they were escorting him out. And Obama said, no, let him speak. He's entitled to his opinion. He was very graceful about it. Watching Trump after. I just heard that a protester was in the Obama conference or whatever it was, meeting. And if you see how the man treat that man, he was thrown out. And I just watched it with my BD2 little eyes. Complete opposite to
but
what
didn't Trump, but Richard, didn't
President
Trump
Obama
also
would have done. Complete opposite.
Right.
And I'm like, wow. And the crowd is roaring,
But didn't Trump, Richard, have a protester thrown out at one time?
Who's that?
During one of his Trump, while he was
he did.
speaking,
More than
he had
one.
someone thrown out.
I'm sure
more than one.
Yes.
All right, we have some calls, gentlemen. Good morning.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Good morning. Hey,
Hey, Lincoln.
How are you doing, Paul?
you disappear, man.
I did. I was
Like you get through, boy.
I was doing some work that had my kind of tired, so I was waking up late these mornings. But I understand Miss Diego Martin asked a question of me, and I thought I should respond to her. Miss Sampson, Miss Diego Martin, the reason I suspect the Trinidad and Tobago police aren't wearing body cam, it's not that they're not wearing it. It's who is
Lincoln, you going back in times? When that question was asked?
Last week, I understand.
Oh, Jesus and ages, Lincoln. What's your story?
Could you allow me to answer you, man, please?
Go ahead, sir.
Anyway.
Yeah, hurry up, Lincoln.
The response is who they issue the body cams to. They issue the body cams to bike police and traffic police. Right? For some reason, the deliberately didn't issue the body cams to the police who knocking down doors and raiding and running in people's homes.
Is this conjecture, or is this something that you know for a fact?
It's something I know for a fact.
Okay.
Right? The people who you see wearing body cams is plainclothes police for carnival walking around, Batson on traffic, bike police, and police stopping you on roadblocks and all these good stuff. The police who running into homes and killing people, not when wasn't issued.
Okay. When you say killing people, what do you mean by killing people?
1 million excuses why they don't not issued body cam. Yes,
Lincoln, do a woosa and calm down. You have a real battle banker now. I convinced.
I'm very calm. I'm very calm. Trust me.
I tell you what happened to Lincoln already, you know.
Lincoln, that police banker bad with you, boy.
Lincoln ain't get over it at all.
Say that again, Wendell.
Yeah, that police banker, you are bad, boy. It wasn't a thought.
No. I don't know police banker. Trust somebody. I'm a bad police banker.
Look, Wendell get over his police banker. You could too.
Yeah, if I could get over mine.
If there's hope for Wendell, there's hope for everybody.
All right, gentlemen. Have a good one.
All right. Lincoln, going back to something from last week, you know.
What are you talking about? Whoever that policeman is, the real hit him.
Oh, good. Well, I don't know what it is, a policeman or a policewoman.
It's not really the horn, you know. It's what the woman tell you after the horn.
It's the song that the echo.
Yes.
Especially if it's in a close-up room, it's hit off all the walls and roof and thing, you know.
What sound is that, Wendell?
That horn song.
You sound very familiar with the experience.
Me? My days are getting horn long done, long over.
You could only get horn if you claim, you know.
Long over.
If you don't claim it, can I get one? You know? You know that, right?
Oh, Lord.
The phone lines are open. Today is your day.
Yep.
Today is your day.
Tomorrow is a public holiday. It's Labor Day and Juneteenth in the United States.
Happy Labor Day, everyone. So it's the day when the trade unions gather and march to, is it Avocat Junction or Charlie King Junction?
Charlie King Junction.
Today, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Tomorrow.
It is in today.
I want to make a bet with all you.
Huh?
I want to make a bet.
I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say.
A certain political leader end up in that march holding hands with people again. Well, I want to make a bet.
Good morning, caller.
Yeah, morning again.
Good morning,
Mr. Patrick.
I was listening to the lady talking from the stage, and I was listening to a big guy. I was listening to Orlando, Florida. I was listening to myself. You see, there's a comparison people just make. They leave Trinidad 40 years back, and they live in the American dream. That is good. Yes, people who leave Trinidad all them times, and some people really excel and do things for themselves. But the person who leave Trinidad nearly 10 years, 15 years back, to even get documents to stay in the States is a challenging thing. You know that?
They know that, but they know that.
But some people think going to the States is like you're going to heaven. Now when you go across and you have no documents and then you have to get little jobs all about, and rent in the States is very expensive.
Yeah.
You have to be renting. You have to get 2-3 jobs for you to survive, to get food to eat. And I understand that because I went out there many times and I see the prices in Costco, Walmart, everything. They gradually went up. Not everybody who live in the States could afford this a big guy lifestyle. Not everybody in Trinidad could afford the lifestyle of Wendell.
Hey, use yourself now.
No, I just join a comparison.
No, let me expose you,
I had none I never. So
the inflation rate was 0.9% for the month of May. We were talking about food prices earlier on. It's an increase of 0.5%, which was recorded in April, which means prices are going up. This from the CSO, as it released its consumer price index for the month of May. So prices of everything went up.
Because if you realize something to when and I just watch the market and I watch this thing, right? Once everything is started to flourish in your country, like inflation has go up. If the government decides to go and build houses in the morning, price of material going up. You understand? A construction going up because the real cement things will go up. So I don't know what is the balancing act. How does it balance everything? But it's how people living on that minimum wage still. I have to pay $3,000 rent, Wendell. And that children are sent to school. And gas, I have a friend recently purchased a car. And what she telling me, she never know the price of gas was so high. I say, and people tell all about that. And them using premium gas.
Mr. Patrick, I want to tell you something, right? And I want to use this Power Breakfast show as an example, right? Because I every opportunity I get to speak to the people who work with me and for me, I tell them this. You cannot ever be satisfied with one source of income. It just does not work. Everybody on this breakfast show have more than one source of income. And that's by choice because we know how hard it is to live and how hard it is to pay bills. So we do radio, we have business, we have our profession, we do other things. That's what we do. And that is an example I use for other people. You can't be getting up in the morning at 6 o'clock, go to work for 8, and by midday you're done. And you cool with that? No. That can never be right.
Well, what happened, right? A lot of people working 7 to 4, 7 to 3. So they can't do nothing after that. Some people working Saturday and Sunday. So they get caught up in the matrix. The man who working for 2 hours or 3 hours, he could always go and do a sideline. Right? Look, recently, I have a friend that making noise. he went for salary and she had no salary. I said, okay. When I went through that years and I buy a taxi, so when they get no pay, I put away bill by the mall.
Exactly.
So you have to have some sort of income. But not everybody could afford that either.
No, you can't. It's not something to afford. It's something to make up your mind and make the sacrifice and get it done. It's not about affording anything. You have to make the sacrifice and get it done.
When everybody, but not everybody can live the dream like certain people. We work hard and achieve certain things. It has certain people. I don't know what was the priority in life. I don't know what they was focusing in life. And now when things reach that point when they had easy time. It had easy time in Trinidad and Tobago. You come at the time, they say, money no problem?
Yes. Yes. That was when Hazy Crawford won the gold medal.
Money no problem, and when it's that time at ease, people don't do nothing. And now people complaining. Nothing wrong with complaining, but I don't know, boy. But it's really fun some people.
Mr. Patrick, I tell people there was a point in my life for 10 years I didn't take a holiday. I couldn't afford it. I didn't take a holiday. 10 years straight. I work. You understand?
But Mr. Patrick, let me just jump in. And it's a good example when there's making and you're making, and somebody put it in the chat, but I think you mentioned people decided working 2 to 3 jobs in the US because they want better for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And who want to do one job great, you know. I remember years ago, I have some friends who said, you're always studying something. You're always studying something. Yes, I always studying something. There's a reason for that. Okay, people have the right to make decisions they want for their lives, but when other people decide they want to sacrifice and work 2, 3 jobs because they have a different idea of the life they want, and there's nothing wrong with that.
But whenever you saying that, I never travel until a certain time. I have a mortgage to pay, I have a car loan to pay. I can't travel and go nowhere. And I tell a friend some years back, and he was just with me. I say, you only paying to go and see what they call a memory.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with memory, but after your memory, you have nothing to come do.
Well, people have different expectations of their life. So I have no problem with
Yeah,
people deciding they want to make a memory.
But now you're making noise to people who achieve certain things. So I don't understand. And people have to get the priority right there, brother. And I will tell you, I live in Trinidad and Tobago. I will always say Trinidad, the biggest problem in Trinidad and Tobago is crime.
Trinidad is nice.
Thank you.
Trinidad is a paradise.
Stick to your day job. Good morning.
Morning, gentlemen. How are you guys doing?
Captain Ron, morning.
Captain Ron.
Hey, guys. Listen, are you all aware that heavy weather just to the east of Trinidad, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we saw the thing.
All right. Next question is it's beyond me. Still, why Trinidad have to have so many holidays? Every time you turn, there's a holiday. No wonder so many places are backed up.
Bite your tongue, young man.
Back up and
take that back, Captain Ron.
Slow your roll.
Is anybody else? Is a holiday? When you turn, there's a holiday in Trinidad.
Don't interfere with our holidays, please.
But Captain Ron, you have a holiday tomorrow. Not so?
Not on our Power Breakfast show. Don't interfere with holidays.
No, they say holiday here, but the work still is normal. Banks still open. Everything's still going on. You know?
They're big across there.
Yeah, banks will always close on holidays in Trinidad, but there are many other businesses.
No, don't get me wrong. You know, Trinidad is always my country. That's right, my place of birth.
Yeah.
And I will always die for Trinidad.
Many businesses in Trinidad still open on holidays now.
Really? But the courts don't open, right? That's why the case isn't backed up.
No, the courts wouldn't open on a holiday, no.
See? Y'all need to fix this. Trinidad and Tobago have too many holidays.
Yes, sir.
I really think so.
Captain Ron, me and you go.
Captain Ron.
Power Breakfast show go fall out, you know. Leave the holidays alone. We want them. We
Leave our
love them.
holidays alone, please.
Please. Good morning.
Slow your roll.
Good morning, caller.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
To all in the studio. Wow,
Good
I'm
morning.
trying to couldn't get it on. You know, I'm listening or reading who complaining about the silk, and I can't understand. I say, how come they're not giving it back? They've never complained when Kamala Prasad Bisesa gave herself and the other gentleman, the other guy, whoever it was, silk. I never heard that individual complain, but yet still every time silk is given, he jumps out. Come on. Anyway, I want to deal with Candice. Candice said people, when she hear people leaving Trinidad and coming up there, and she's saying they're better off to stay home, and I'm saying, how come you are still there? I have my in-law, my mother-in-law used to live in Mova. She moved from Trinidad and went to Brooklyn. She didn't stay in Brooklyn because it's all about ambition. She got tired living in an apartment building, and today she owns a house in Atlanta. So, I mean, she moved from Mova to Brooklyn, and she did well. She did well. So I don't agree with you better, because I am seeing some people are doing well here. They own the home. It has people living out there for years and still living in an apartment building. I have friends who I know living in an apartment building since I went there in the 70s. So the young people down here doing very good by they own their home. So I don't understand what Candice talking about. And she said about Obama and the health and better he had given what for the student loan. I want to say you can get a student loan if you don't have good health. I agree with the Obamacare.
No, but Ms. Henry, she qualified that statement in that he just didn't have the votes in Congress to get anything done.
I want to know. Without good health, you could have the best education, you can't work. So I would say, I don't know about everybody, I just put health first. That is priority for me, good health. Anything comes after. Yeah. So, I mean, I compliment Barack Obama for that Obama health, and when Trump come in, he mash it up. So I want to ask you all something.
Yes.
I don't know.
Quickly, Digo Martin, we got to run, but go ahead, quickly.
I want to ask, I don't know if it's Paul, when a guest is coming for an interview, could they come? I want to know if a local could come for an interview just in a short pants and a slippers. I saw Christopher Hughes went for an interview at CNC3 in a short pants and a slippers. I know no local could have get away with that.
No, that's not true. They could dress down if they want.
In a short pants and slippers, like if they in the back.
If they so desire. Mm-hmm.
I was shocked. No, I doubt. I would like a local, especially one of them soca artists, go for an interview at any one of them TV6 or CNC station and see if they go allow them in. All your good week. Only in TNT, them thing could happen.
Before we close, I just want to remind people of something, right? Israel Khan, who have a problem with silk and how it's being given and who it's being given to, was the nominee for president for the opposition. Just remember that. Just remember that.
I forgot about that.
Just remember that. Israel Khan was their nominee for president, and he accepted it.
You all have a wonderful day. Happy Labor Day. Be safe as you go tomorrow on the holiday, and God willing, we'll see you again Thursday morning.
Folks, have an absolutely wonderful holiday, and remember to let go and let God. Be careful. We'll see you all back here with your varied opinions on Thursday, God willing.
Yeah, on Thursday.
Yeah.
Enjoy Labor Day.
Wendell will join us on Thursday.
Yeah, enjoy the Labor Day. Enjoy the holiday tomorrow. Whatever you do, and above all, be safe. Have a fantastic day, and remember to smile and laugh. It's great for your health. Yep.
All right, guys, have a great day. Let's get into our 8 o'clock news brief.
This is your news bulletin from Power 102 Digital.
It's 8 a.m. in Trinidad and Tobago. This is news to the hour after weeks of intense campaigning. The PNM and UNC scored clear victories in 2 local government by-elections held yesterday, June 17th, which saw a higher voter turnout in the districts compared to the 2023 polls. The PNM had a clear victory in Lengua Indian Walk, with its candidate Otley Grantham defeating the UNC's Nicole Gopal 2,083 votes to 1,336 votes. In Kinamon Diablo, the UNC's Sarah Suglio prevailed over the PNM's Anis Nanan 2,239 votes to 971 votes. Her Excellency President Christine Kangaloo said the title of Senior Counsel SA carried with it tremendous responsibility. She called on the 13 attorneys conferred with the title yesterday, Monday, to be leaders and mentors in the profession. Speaking at President's House St. Anne, she said the award of silk was a professional honor. In Tobago, Chief Secretary and Finance, Trade and Economy Secretary Fali Augustine will present his final budget for the draft estimates and revenues of expenditure of the Tobago House of Assembly for the financial year 24-25. A new finance secretary will be announced on July 1st. 2 weeks ago, Augustine told the media the budget would prioritize investing in human capital, focusing on education, training, and workforce development. Restructuring at the Water and Sewage Authority, WASA, is not sending home workers and putting job security in jeopardy. However, it's about providing water in communities on a regular basis, some of which have been neglected for years. This assurance coming from Public Utilities Minister Marvin Gonzalez during an interview with the corporation's Corpcom department at WASA. He said 74 projects have been completed in communities across the country under the Water Community Improvement Program. The venture is part of the move being taken by WASA in its transformation of the water sector. And overseas, at least 11 people have died and 60 more missing as a result of 2 shipwrecks off the coast of southern Italy. German charity rescue ship said it picked up 51 people from a sinking wooden boat and found 10 bodies trapped in the lower deck near the island of Lampedusa on Monday. In a separate incident on the same day, more than 60 people were reported missing, with 26 of them feared to be children. The boats were carrying migrants who had set off from Libya and Turkey, UN agencies have reported. And that is news to the hour right here at Headlines to 8 a.m. We'll have major news coming up at 12 noon. Good morning.
Up to date and credible.